Good morning, preppers. Happy Prepping Monday to you. Well, every day is a good day for prepping, especially when time is short. And as we're heading into the fall, we want to start keeping our eye on shortages that come in. And on that note, if you go to any store and start seeing shortages, please let me know. Send me an email or comment in these kind of videos because I would like to investigate it. And here's what I do. When I go to the store, I just kind of look around the aisles. I carry a camera with me and say, whoa, this is kind of weird. Look how short we are in, like, for example, peanut butter. And of course, we know the peanut butter problem, and it continues to persist. And even baby formula continues to persist. But I try to look for new things in shortages as well. Now, the other day we went to Walmart and found huge aisles of clearance, which is a beautiful thing. But then as far as shortages too, I noticed that there is, well, I say the word kind of, a bean shortage. You can see here that, well, there's definitely lots of beans in stock, but the supplies are a little bit on the dwindled side. And in itself may not be a problem. So what I like to do is come back home and take a look through the news to see if there's anything on bean shortages. And sure enough, when it came to beans, I didn't find anything. Now, maybe Walmart had a supply issue. They didn't stock right, whatever the case may be. Maybe too many people watch Goshen prepping and have been stocking up on beans. I doubt if that's the case. But either way, saw a little bit low supply of beans. And we actually found two other things that we're low on as well. And the first one is tuna. This one, I'll be honest with you, frightens me a little bit because when it comes to prepping, I like to prep proteins, and tuna is a very inexpensive way to prep lots and lots of protein. Of course, fish proteins are just very, very good for you. So I came home and looked up tuna shortages and didn't really find a whole lot. I found this article. Well, it's not even an article. It's just Trends and Farmers Report from September 23rd. If you scroll down, goes through all kinds of different type of fish and such. And when we get down to yellowfin tuna, analysts report the tuna fishery is seeing poor catch rates, which could result in shortages. And prices are mostly stable, however, for next week. So same thing. Are we seeing a shortage in tuna? At least at this Walmart, you be the judge. We're not trying to put out fear tactics or anything like that, fear mongering. So for me, I was like a little concerned seeing the tuna low, but in the news, again, I don't see a whole lot as far as the actual shortages in tuna. The third thing we found is sugar, which surprises me that the sugar is so low, but you can see in some areas that shelves are empty. And even where they actually bring the pallet out, the second pallet is completely empty as well. And so I looked it up in the news as well. And we can see for this article. Now, this is actually in Australia, but you know, a lot of times our markets are connected. Truck driver shortages and weather hit Mossman sugar mills, crushing targets. So they're actually having a problem with sugar from this plant specifically, not be able to get out as much sugar as they would like to. But in the United States, and this is actually how I'm going to end up this video, besides just looking at shortages, is from Business World. Look at this. Government urged to take lead in modernizing sugar industry. This is the kind of stuff that frightens me because here's the way I see it. And maybe you see it like I do, maybe you don't, but we see a problem in an industry. And then after the problem in the industry occurs, the government steps in to solve the problem, which leads more to government control. This is a well-established tactic. So when I actually see problems with sugar, which, I mean, between you and me, you probably shouldn't be buying sugar anyway. You know what I'm saying? Sugar shortages, great. You know, less cavities, less obesity. So that's probably a good thing. But nevertheless, though, when you see sugar shortages, whereas I didn't find anything practically in the news except for the Australian article that there's actually a problem with sugars, but we actually see the government in a situation where they're trying to now take control of that. And that's what they do. In fact, what you often see, more times than not, is the government orchestrating the problem in the first place, or somebody orchestrating the problem, and therefore the government says, oh, look, time to fix this by us getting more control over that industry. So seeing this article, I definitely do not like this for the fact that the government must take initiative in modernizing sugar mills and provide assistance to sugar millers and farmers. This kind of stuff scares the daylights out of me. I do not like to see at all anything where the government is going to be trying to control things. So, you know, again, let me know of any shortages you might see. Anything you actually see as far as control, like government trying to seize control of something, please, by all means, with that as well. And I'll try to put out, of course, as many shortage videos as I possibly can, because as preppers, besides even on our Facebook group, us telling when we find sales on stuff, which is really fun. I want to keep ahead of the game. I want to make it so you can actually see the shortages coming too, so you can stock up ahead of time. I hope this video helped. Again, no fear mongering or anything, just kind of showing you what's happening in the markets, at least at Walmart today. And I hope you enjoyed this. See you next time.